afternoon and good evening everyone. We're from Binus University majoring in International Relations, course Multinational Corporation, lectured by Mas Roseno Aji Afandi. We're Group 1, Astra International, consists of Ageng Didan Herlambang, Arkasena Bayu Erlangga, Anisha Rizky, Hidayatul Afifah, and Widelia Syafa. We would like to give you all presentation about competitiveness advantage tools.
Toyota has been a mainstay vehicle since World War II, so the quality that has been produced is unquestionable. And the Toyota brand is the mainstay of cars in foreign countries, which makes us choose Toyota as one of the reasons for our analysis. Because the occurrence of World War I and II resulted in the cessation of factory activity, a factory that produced American cars that was originally established first experienced an elevated impact during World War I and II, which required them to go out of business. With the passage of time in 1970, Toyota Astra Motor LLC entered Indonesia to replace the previous factory. Until now, Toyota has existed in all parts of Indonesia.
Hyundai is now attracting the attention of users or customers with its newest innovation, electric car Ioniq and Kona. With the cooperation between companies and government, R&D, SIM and technology with a significant role. Hyundai's superiority in the regard is the reason for us to analyze it as a rival.
The history of MNC competitiveness based on Dr. John Locke doctrine, freedom of speech, freedom of having assets, freedom of competitiveness. In the past, people didn't have assets, so they borrowed from the king. Then finally, the king wanted their people to have assets, so they wouldn't borrow anymore by becoming entrepreneurs. The competitive power of multinational companies is to spread their technology and managerial skills through the way that multinational companies also sell knowledge while remaining only to their subsidiaries. The biggest influence of the development of multinational companies is on the level of world economic growth, which influence policymaking or decision on investment both at domestic and international levels. Foreign investments by multinational companies is a way to encourage the development of international business and is one of the history of their competitiveness, investment, grow and develop in terms of their interests, while foreign investment companies grow and develop in numbers. Multinational companies and foreign investment have the same way of working, namely operating on a shift in anticipating and pursuing opportunities that benefit them. Subsidiaries formed in several countries are the end product of foreign investment and are an operation of multinational companies. Toyota Jidosha Kabushiki Gaisha, or Toyota Motor Corporation, is a Japanese car manufacturer. Headquartered in Toyota Aichi, currently Toyota is the largest car manufacturer in the world. In addition to the production of cars, Toyota also provides financial services and also makes robots. TMC is a member of the Toyota Group and produces cars under the Toyota, Lexus, Daihatsu, and Hino brands, and owns small shares of Subaru, Isuzu, Toyota, Daihatsu.
Hyundai Motor Company, or HMC, is a South Korean multinational automotive manufacturer headquartered in Seoul, South Korea. Hyundai Motor Company was founded in 1967. Today, the company owns a 33.88% stake in Kia Corporation and also fully owns two brands, including its luxury car subsidiary, Genesis Motor, and its electric vehicle sub-brand, Ioniq. All three brands compare the Hyundai Motor Group. Hyundai operates the world's largest integrated car manufacturing facility in Ulsan, South Korea, with an annual production capacity of 1.6 million units.
Toyota Motor Manufacturing Indonesia continues to consistently carry out its strategies and its sustainability programs as a contribution to the development of the national automotive industry. Therefore, we aim to strengthen our eco-friendly manufacturing processes and to improve efficiency in every business line. We will continue to adapt to business development with regard to new sustainability issues in the future. Going forward, we will continue to implement environmental, social, and community as well as economic programs that bring the best value to the stakeholders. Toyota Motor Manufacturing Indonesia LLC currently has 5 factories operating in Sunter and Karawang. Plant 1 Sunter Jakarta is for engine assy, Plant 2 Sunter Jakarta for packing center, Plant 1 in Karawang product manufacturing, Plant 2 Karawang product manufacturing, Plant 3 in Karawang also product manufacturing. There are 354 authorized Toyota car dealers in Indonesia spread over 10 cities, Jakarta, Bekasi, Bandung, etc.
Hyundai Motor Manufacturing Indonesia, together with its subsidiaries, manufactures and distributes motor vehicles and parts. It operates truck vehicle, finance, and other segments. Car is no longer just a means of transportation that connects one to another. The car has become a living space that occupies a central role in human life. Hyundai Motor Manufacturing Indonesia, currently it has 1 factory operating in Bekasi. Plant 1, Bekasi West Java, Office Center. Plant 2, Bekasi West Java, Product Manufacturing.
Toyota Motor Manufacturing Indonesia employees experience focused and nurturing a culture of innovation, have received socialization of the concept of organization agility through education, assessment, and implementation activities. To develop employees capable of implementing the Toyota philosophy globally, Toyota is providing training through global executive development, along with the human resource development undertaken by Toyota Motor Corporation in Japan and human resource development undertaken by affiliates in other regions. Global Executive Human Resource Development. The Global 21 program is to provide skilled employees around the world with knowledge suitable for the global Toyota executive to exercise their strength to the best of their ability in their respective areas of responsibility. Indication of management philosophy and expectation of executives disseminating Toyota philosophy and incorporating it into the global personnel system and training. Human resource management, applying appropriate personnel evaluation standards and processes in each region based on Toyota's common values. Assignment, deployment, and training programs, global assignments, and executive training are carried out.
Hyundai Motor Manufacturing Indonesia employees experience focus, imagining what you want to innovate, have an enthusiastic, energetic, and flexible self who is patient and love the challenge of working for a highly successful and rapidly growing organization. Leadership training has now become necessity in the development of human resources. Leadership training aims to improve the quality of a person to become a leader, master what is responsibility, set strategies, and policies that will ultimately increase the productivity of the company. Every year, regularly given leadership training for supervisor level up with a variety of different topics and tailored to the needs. Functional training related to the work of employees is also provided in order to improve the skills and individual development. Technical training regularly given every week to technicians and engineers. Companies supporting foreign language training, professional course or training, and scholarship program for employees.
Toyota Motor Manufacturing Indonesia has a collaboration with universities and governments to conduct a comprehensive study in popularizing eco-friendly future cars, implementing innovative technology in our plants to reduce CO2 emissions during the vehicle manufacturing processes, reducing CO2 GHG emissions to 6,369 tons, implementing a green supply chain based on environmental management as well as CO2 emission reduction at the supplier, logistical, and dealer stage of the process, inhabiting 4,482 birds in the artificial conservation forest located at the Karawang plant, planting 1.6 million trees through Toyota Forest.
Hyundai Motor Manufacturing Indonesia, one, together for a better future, is the foundation of our dedication to providing a product line with technologies that help build solutions for a more sustainable future. Hyundai bases its idea of future mobility on what it can give to society, and that is to give freedom of movement according to its basic needs and emotional values to create meaningful experience. Currently, we are developing environmentally friendly and human-oriented technologies for the future to provide the best customer experience with cross-segment models, while we strive to elevate our role from just a car manufacturer to being a customer companion for life. Hyundai also plans to play an important role in Indonesia's transition to sustainable innovation by helping maintain Indonesia's EV ecosystem and contributing to the equality of life of its people with its leadership in pollution-free mobility technology. For the next part is for accounting, administration, and financial, also share price both of Toyota and Hyundai.
We carry out this activity consistently so that now our business network has total of 1,656 business partners, production and non-production, with a total of more than 300,000 employees. Toyota Indonesia works together to assist suppliers in making improvements to the management of safety, quality, delivery, and work productivity to maintain and improve the competitiveness of our business partners. These activities include training, QCC, quality control circle, and also benchmarking. In addition, Toyota Indonesia also provides guidance on manufacturing management, particularly regarding the implementation of lean manufacturing and repairing the production shop floor. Since its inception, Toyota Indonesia has continuously strived to increase the ratio of local content of the cars produced as well as in other products. The development of the local component industry is carried out jointly between Toyota Indonesia and component manufacturers. In an effort to build a network of component suppliers, Toyota focused on 6 important points, namely safety, environment, quality, productivity, efficiency, and human resources. All of these points are socialized to all elements of Toyota as a corporate culture, what is the basis for working. Toyota Motor Manufacturing Indonesia and local suppliers jointly built the competitiveness of the Indonesia automotive industry by increasing the use of domestically made components in all of its production cars. The use of basic material like steel, resin, etc., obtained from local supplier is extended to enrich the local content of manufactured cars. Toyota Motor Manufacturing Indonesia production in this activity collaborates with the governments as well as with private companies so that it is expected to strengthen the foundation of the Indonesian automotive industry.
Hyundai Motor is automaker with a strong global presence. Its supply chain entities from manufacturing to retail include external suppliers, plants manufacturing, intermediate and or finished products, distribution centers, demand zone, and transportation assets. Hyundai Motor Manufacturing Indonesia held on R&D level up training as a continuation of the Indonesian Supplier R&D Improvement Program, which has been held since 2021. In the initial training stage, all participants were given basic R&D knowledge ranging from vehicle manufacturing, producer, and spare parts, basic vehicle design knowledge to failure mode analysis. Primary process or facility. Toyota Motor Corporation or PT Toyota Motor Manufacturing Indonesia. Currently, it has 5 factories operating in Sunter and Karawang. Plant 1, Sunter, Jakarta Utara, engine AC. Plant 2, Sunter, Jakarta Utara, packing center. Plant 1, Karawang, product manufacturing. Plant 2, Karawang, product manufacturing. Plant 3, Karawang, product manufacturing. There are 354 authorized Toyota car dealers in Indonesia, spread over 10 cities: Jakarta 67, Bekasi 11, Bandung 15, and many more. Hyundai Company, they are 100 authorized Hyundai car dealer in Indonesia, spread over 8 cities: Jabodetabek 50, Bandung 4, and anything else.
Bargaining power of buyer. As we already know that Toyota is famous for its high quality and high value, Toyota also have reputation for being safe, reliable, and stylish. For Hyundai, even though Hyundai is just now popular among people, they are offering the same type of cars with the same features as the more expensive well-known Japanese brands, but at more affordable price. So, the conclusion for bargaining power of buyer is Hyundai and Toyota have their own market. Because of Hyundai has cheaper price and has its own advanced technology, which is BlueLink, Hyundai was able to attract the market compared to Toyota. Bargaining power of supplier. For Toyota, the bargaining power of supplier is moderate. Why is moderate? Because Toyota has variety of vendors. However, Toyota has merged some vendors inside the corporation to guarantee an efficient supply chain, but it still works with some third-party vendors. For Hyundai, the bargaining power of supplier is low. Why is it low? Hyundai financial strength and its brand image are the other factors that limit the bargaining power of buyer. So, the conclusion for bargaining power of supplier, Hyundai is low, meanwhile on the other hand, Toyota is moderate. Threat of substitutes. For Toyota, the threat of substitutes is moderate. Why is it moderate? Because the switching costs are also quite low, and in several areas people may find it more convenient to use the substitutes. Moreover, for the middle class and lower middle class consumers, often the public mode of transport prove less costly. To moderate this threat, Toyota has released models that are so low on fuel consumption, good for the environment, and the smaller family car are also less costly. All these factors counter the threat of substitutes, but only to a little extent. Overall, the threat of substitutes is moderate. For Hyundai, the threat of new entrants in automotive industry is low. It is because of the high barriers to entry in the industry. Apart from the initial investment required for infrastructure, human resource, and marketing, there are large barriers in the form of legal regulations. Any brand trying to enter the automotive industry would have to make a significantly large investment that is in billions. Moreover, exit barriers are also high. So, the conclusion for the threat of substitutes, Hyundai is low, meanwhile, on the other hand, Toyota is moderate. Threat of new entrants. For both Toyota and Hyundai, the threat of new entrant is very weak force in the automotive industry. Why? First of all, there is a very large capital investment involved in the foundation and management of an automotive brand. Any new brand trying to enter automotive industry would need to spend a lot on supply chain, distribution system, marketing, and hiring skilled human resources. Without differentiation and innovation, it would be difficult to grab a market share. Both the entry and exit barriers are big. The incumbent firms can exploit economies of scale and are in a position to create immense pressure on new entrants based on their competitive advantage. Moreover, for any new entrant to grow its market share, it will have to spend a lot on marketing and promotion. All of these factors create major obstacles in the path of new brands trying to find a foothold in the automotive industry.
And the next, Diamond Theory, Toyota Motor Manufacturing Indonesia. First, factor condition. Factor condition in a country refer to available natural capital and human resource. With human resource, we want to create conditions for factors such as skilled workforce, good infrastructure, and scientific knowledge base. Further argues that these create factor conditions are significant compared to the natural factor conditions that already exist. The conditions created by these factors are essential to continue improving through developing new skill and knowledge. Indonesia has a lot raw material. This can make the company more competitive and shopping more attractive. And although these are many raw material, the quality of raw material in Indonesia is only comparable to Japan. So Toyota factory was built and developed even more than one factory. Second, demand condition. The presence of related and supporting industry provide a foundation so that the industry that is the focus can excel. As we have seen with ValueNet, company often rely on alliance and partnership with other company to create add value for customer and become more competitive. Supplier must increase innovation to more efficient and higher quality input, timely feedback, and shorter lines of communication. This demand condition revert to availability of the domestic market, which is already to play an essential role in generation competitive. Third, related and supporting industry. The presence of related and supporting industry provide a foundation so that the industry that is the focus can excel. As we have seen with ValueNet, company often rely on alliance too and partnership with other company to create add value for customer and become more competitive. Supplier must increase innovation to more efficient and higher quality input, timely feedback, and short lines of communication. A nation firms benefit most when these suppliers are in fact global competitor. Toyota support industry has 5 factories in Indonesia, 2 in Center and 3 in Karawang. Fourth, company strategy, structure, and rivalry. The nation content in which company operate primarily determines how companies are created, governed, and managed. It influences their strategy and how they structure themselves. In addition, domestic competition play a vital role in international competitiveness, as it forces companies to develop unique and stable strength and capability. The more intense domestic competition, the more companies are to complete and improve to maintain their competitive advantage. Suppose Toyota strengths sales in terms of product, including digital marketing and sales program, promotion, advertising. 5. The government. The government role should be encourage company to increase their aspiration and move to higher level of competitiveness. This can be done by initial demand for a follow-up product, the manufacturer focusing on specific factors such as infrastructure, education system, and health sector. Or factor condition, domestic competition with antitrust law and driving change. The government can help develop this for factor in a way that should be benefit the industry in a country. Indonesian government encourage automotive development in Indonesia and enable company to live in and rise to higher level. Toyota is one of the automotive companies supported by government in Indonesia. On February 50, 2020, Pak Jokowi participant in supporting the product development activity of PT Toyota Motor Manufacturing Indonesia to research and export volume of 2 million units to Australia. Change. Alec Porter did not initially write anything about opportunity or opportunity in his paper. The role of change is often included in the diamond model because the likelihood the external event and natural disaster can have a negative and beneficial impact on the country. As for Toyota itself, they are doing business in Indonesia is one type of automotive business that is very promising because everyone currently needs a motor, which is to move from one place to other, so it become a second need. It is proven that many automotive brands are developing and continue to operate in Indonesia.
Toyota's value creation are: first, Toyota's key stakeholders. Toyota's key stakeholders are: first, shareholders; second, employee, consisting of technical developers, component manufacturers, management, customers, dealers, suppliers, and community. Second is Toyota's key activity. Toyota's key activities are reduce energy use, material and natural research, and then Toyota's using 3R principle, which means reduce, reuse, and recycle. Toyota's also focusing on carbon emissions, and TMMI-in requires the suppliers to implement ICO 14001, which includes list of banned chemicals and chemicals management. Toyota's export CBU component service kits to more than 80 countries. The third is Toyota's key research. Toyota's key research is Toyota's manufacturing. Indonesia has 5 factories operating in Sunter and Karawang. There are 354 authorized Toyota's car dealers in Indonesia, spread over 10 cities, and the city is Jakarta, Bandung, and Bekasi. And I'm going to explain Toyota's value proposition and Toyota's value capture. The first is Toyota's profit. Toyota's profit is Toyota is famous for its manufacture of high quality, high value cars, vans, trucks that set the standards for long-term resale, value, and durability. And the second, Toyota's people. Toyota's people are the industry leader in efficiency, economy, and equality. Toyota has built a loyal following people who realize Toyota is a major innovator. Besides that, JD Power also ranks Toyota near the top in reliability rankings. The third is Toyota's Planet. Toyota's Planet are vehicles with low emissions and less impact. Toyota has eco-fast systems, bioplastics, and TSOP. And then, Toyota has polypropylene resin. Toyota's cost structure are first, transport costs, second, expansion to the new market, third, design, fourth, getting more customers, storage, retails, rentals, athlete support, and ambassadors. And Toyota's revenue stream is ongoing or recurring income that can also be transaction-based, project revenue, or service revenue. And I'm going to explain about Toyota's value delivery. Toyota's value delivery first is Toyota's customer relationship. Toyota's customer relationships are first, phone numbers, emails, and Toyota's its own address. So, if there are customers who want to make complaints or questions about the products, they can contact the Toyotas. Toyota channels are showrooms and dealerships. There are 353 authorized dealers in Indonesia spread over 10 cities, then exhibitions and websites to offer their products. And the last one is Toyota's customer segments. Toyota's customer segments are consumer age 18 until 50 because people among this age have interest in cars, especially different choice over the models of Toyota's products.
So the conclusion that we have for 5 Porter forces is although Hyundai is known for its advanced technology, electric car, Hyundai schooling, however, Toyota still remains as one of the top companies in the automotive industry. Because Toyota is already famous for its manufacture of high quality, high value, that sets standard for long-term resale value and durability. However, Toyota must continue innovating for competitive advantage against other companies.
Value chain conclusion is, based on our analysis, Toyota has more potential than Hyundai because Toyota dares to expand wider brands than Hyundai. In addition, with the expansion of Toyota in several countries, making it easier to own as well as spare parts, workshop, factories, and the other things. Hyundai dared to expand its products, but with Toyota's first, making the general public doubt the existence of Hyundai. But now, Hyundai can be said to have won against Toyota's in R&D, SIM, and technology, because Hyundai itself doesn't want to lose to a company called Tesla, which make electric cars. Hyundai has also started producing electric cars such as Ioniq, Kona Electric, Ioniq 5, and so forth. Toyota is currently not focused on such a car, with them launching a hybrid car could be a solution to be able to have that can be said an electric car.
The result of analysis and proposal for selecting country based on diamond theory analysis as justification and argument for choosing a host country for expansion. MNC naturally expand because a company with an international scale is considered an actor in international business. MNC also play the primary role or main role. MNC carry out export, import, and transaction activity and so on. And MNC is considered good if it can expand well. Expansion is an activity to develop the company to international level. MNC have an essential role in the process such as export, import, international transaction, or even foreign investment activity in certain country. Its expansion is generally in various developing countries. Toyota Motor Corporation states its commitment to making Indonesia an industrial base. The factory in Indonesia is not only to supply needs of domestic, but also for the Asian region. For this reason, Toyota asked the government to immediately fix infrastructure, especially port. The world large automotive procedure assess that the current port that serve a main export-import, namely the Tanjung Priok port, in inadequate. Even Toyota said it would join the government to help build a new port. President Director of Toyota Astra Motor Indonesia, Joni Darmawan, stated that Toyota investment in Indonesia is quite significant. This investment does not only concern the production sector but also the supplier sector. According to the President Director of Toyota, Toyota says Indonesia is a great potential market. Toyota also hopes that the government can immediately improve infrastructure through the master plan for the acceleration and expansion of Indonesia economic development. Toyota continues that state that additional investment is based on the belief that the national economy will continue to grow encouragingly. Toyota Global Vision sees Indonesia is a most calculated developing country, and the current condition of Indonesia also has the potential to be used as a production base.
Already said in the previous answer, yes, the expansion in the selected country, Indonesia, in this case would increase the competitiveness. According to Toyota, Indonesia was chosen as an investment destination because it has three main competitiveness points in the future development of the automotive industry, namely stable economic growth, large population, and high quality of human resources. With that advantage, Indonesia's position is very important, as said by Akio Toyoda, President Toyota Motor Company.